Hello everybody, my name is Skybound.
Starlight,
and we've just got finished watching episode 17 of Steins Gate, in which we see yet another
essentially
D-Mal being undone, as it were.
It seems like, I mean, what I find interesting is how there's a lot more D-Mails now being sent and the timeline's being changed. It seems like, does that mean then that this the time leap technology no longer exists anymore then?
No, I think the time leap technology still does exist.
Right.
Because they're still living like the same days. It's just
because they're still living over the same 2 days. They're just changing things within those 2 days. And finding out what needs to be changed within those 2 days. Well, what needs to be changed while they're going in this constant cycle of 2 days, essentially.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So essentially, they're undoing all the emails and essentially trying to get back to how it was before. Now the question is, once they've got it back to the original state of things, does that mean they now need to go even further? Or, I mean, what happens when they get to the point where he sends that first email? Because that first email, how does he undo that one? Because that's going to be a hard one to be able to do, unless he says don't go to the time travelling convention, and therefore he doesn't go there and send that original email. And then that completely stops everything at that point.
It would either have to be that, or he would... I mean, the first email that he sent was that someone's been stabbed. So basically he'd have to not send the message that someone had been stabbed. So I guess he'd have to stop Kurisu getting stabbed from the very first episode.
Oh, that could be interesting.
I want to say that's probably how it would have to work.
What?
Because that was the message that he sent. That's the one that triggered the time.
Oh, but hang on a minute. He must attempt that. Because she gets a message from him. If you remember in that first episode,
yeah, she does
the first interaction she has with him is she basically says, "Oh, you sent me a message telling me to find you," or something like that.
Yeah,
despite the fact he's never even met her before.
Yeah, so basically, maybe she had just been talking to him, like, from the future.
Well, not talking from him from the future. At least had their message sent via email. Because if you remember, it was a message sent by a text that she got. So I bet you that was his attempt to try and alter it. So at some point he's going to try and alter what happens. I could see him trying to alter that event and failing. So he's going to have to try something different. That's going to be interesting when that happens.
Yeah, I mean, presumably they do have to get back to whatever position they were at before, and obviously by undoing the D-Mails that they've got, clearly they are actually having an effect on the world line.
Yeah, well, they're clearly moving back to where they were before. You know, as you said before, they were going further and further away from 1% divergence. So now they're moving back up again to 1. But the thing is, he wasn't at 1 before, so he has to move it even further past where he was originally. So how the hell did he do that? Because he's already tried making changes, and those changes have moved him further away from 1. So how did he go past where he was before? That's going to be interesting.
Well, wouldn't that be achieved, like, if we assume that that the very first episode, Kurisu was talking about future Okabe sending her a message to warn her, but she dies anyway. Surely what he'd have to do is stop her from dying, and that would actually change the world line, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Because at that point in that world line, then she doesn't die, and that would maybe take them beyond the 1%, or maybe it would put them to like 0.95 or something, and then they have to do some weird thing to get it to...
The reason why I mention it is because in that, if you remember how the timing was supposed to go, she was going to be part of CERN at that point. She was going to help CERN at that point, but then she died. So if he saves her, that could actually move it the opposite way, because it means that she'll still be alive. I mean, God knows where. I mean, this is all stuff that we can't tell yet because we haven't been given any information about all of this. This is just hypothetical. This is reaching right into the hypothetical. What we do know is at some point he's going to try sending a message and fails in changing the past.
Yeah, but the thing is, the whole thing with Kurisu being a sort of CERN spy sort of thing, that was only in the particular world line that Suzuha was in. So it's perfectly possible that in an alternative world line, she's not part of them at all. And CERN, that was only after CERN kind of took over something, like took over everything. So if CERN never takes over anything, then she'd still sort of just be, she might not know the whole Future Gadget Lab thing, but she'd still sort of be doing her own thing, because at that point CERN isn't some kind of dystopian nightmare world kind of thing.
Question is how the hell does he manage to? I mean, he clearly tries to send something back into the past to try and stop that from happening. But if that's caused it, what that basically means is he's going to have to send something back into the past and then override that at some point to get any further past that, because he's going to have to send something back to her to cause this whole thing to start off with. I don't know.
But the thing that makes me think as well is during that particular timeline, like in episode 1, the time machine did land on the roof, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, it landed on the roof because he sent that goddamn email. He sent.
It was there before he ever sent the email. No. In the very first episode, it appeared on the roof. It didn't crash on the roof. But it did land on the roof. And that was before he sent the first ever D-mail, before he saw Kurisu getting stabbed. Because he was up on the roof, he peeked through the door and saw like the time machine on the roof. And it was only after he was walking back from that where he saw Kurisu being stabbed. Or he heard Kurisu being stabbed.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, that time machine was there before he sent his first email.
So that first email was the thing that sent off.
But the second one... after the D-mail had sent and the conference was cancelled because it crashed into the building rather than landed on it. So there was a big crater in the...
Oh, right, so it landed on...
Like the first time it landed smoothly and the conference went on like normal. But after the D-mail sent, it kind of crashed into the building and the conference got cancelled.
Wait, so let me get this straight. By him sending that email, it landed on top, it landed in the building instead of... How the hell would him sending that... That raises up a question. That means that time machine came back regardless of whether he sent that first email then. Meaning it was probably still a dystopian future at that point.
Well, yeah, but also at that point in time, it's already sort of been established that... Suzuha had gone back to 2010 anyway to try and meet her father.
Oh.
So I think that was just kind of a coincidence that she ends up being there, because I think she originally was just going to 2010 just to
meet up with
to meet her father. So she managed to sort of do that, but something about the second thing.
Well, it could. Oh, actually, in other words, she could be going back in time the first time to meet her father, and only that. And the second time, she could be going back in time to meet her father and change the past. So it could be something in the process of her going back in time when CERN was all powerful.
Or if we go with the whole thing that Kurisu was going to be a CERN agent in the future, what if Suzuha went back in the time machine to kill Kurisu? And that's why she got stabbed.
Right, okay. So how did it... Yeah, but then he sent an email that caused CERN to take over and probably to try and make them try and stop her from time travelling into the past in the first damn place.
Yeah, it's weird. There's several ways this could actually go from here.
Yeah,
but very clearly Suzuha wasn't too fond of Kurisu when they first met, quite obviously.
Yeah.
So,
but we can see where it's going to be heading towards, at least with it, when changing the.
yeah. So
Anyway,
I would guess. So we'll just sort of go. Yeah, it's probably going to end up somewhere. It's probably going to end up where episode 1 began. So it's basically going to go in a massive circle, I guess.
well, we did say something like that, but I reckon it's going to go beyond that point. I reckon.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've rambled on about this enough, so I think we better.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. That was that was our discussion on Steins Gate episode 17. As usual, you can see our reaction to it in the description. Just follow the link there. Yeah. Apart from that, I'm Skybound.
Starbucks.
And we'll see you with the next episode of Steins Gate, which will be episode 18.
Right. Okay.
Bye.
See ya.